All right then, so the rand is steady at 1274.50. Let's dig into the details of the ANC's elective conference with Itumeleng Makgetla. He's a political analyst, also a PhD candidate at Yale. Thank you for your time this evening, sir. Let's start with your initial reactions. What do you make of Cyril Ramaphosa being elected as Jacob Zuma's replacement, and what does that mean for the party and by extension for how the government will be run?
Good evening, Rama, and good evening to the viewers. Cyril Ramaphosa's victory tonight is not particularly unexpected. We have expected that is going to be a very close run for himself and Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma. But for the ANC, this is probably the better candidate to have come up on top. And I think for the country as well, there is an atmosphere of jovialness about his victory, and we are expecting him to be very well received by all factions from within the party itself.
Indeed. So for the benefit, though, of those of us not familiar with the way the ANC's voting system works, because we're hearing a lot about a split slate here, walk us through the process at the elective conference. How are these top 6 party officials elected?
Rama, in short, the process of choosing the new leader begins at grassroots level from the branches. These branches therefore convene, then they elect on who they want to be leading them into the new coming tenure of office. And after that goes from the BGMs or the branch general meetings into the provincial councils, and then the proposed candidates get forwarded to the national conference, which will be which, as we've seen, will be elected upon by the members that are delegated by their branches to represent their mandate there. So it is a lengthy process that takes a bit of time to actually get there within all this rigmarole, and it's literally the mandate of the branches that speaks literally at the end of the day.
Indeed. Let's step back a bit here. Walk us through the main policy differences between Cyril Ramaphosa and Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma, because given the amount of votes that she got, presumably her school of economic thought still has a lot of support within the ANC.
Absolutely. The convergence points between these two candidates, maybe let me start with Cyril Ramaphosa himself, since he's the victor. Cyril Ramaphosa is well known as a broker, a labor broker back in the days during the 90s, before he left politics. He's a man who is very celebrated here for his business acumen. And even in the party, he's been elected on those merits, and his stabilization or his manifesto has been based primarily on stabilizing the labor market of South Africa, and I think that's probably one of the key considerations that actually saw him come on top with his election. Conversely, so Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma is equally as capable, as she headed the African Union before she retired last year. But her manifesto comprised mainly on the inclusion of women and the radical transformation of the economy of South Africa, and also on the issue of land, the cantankerous issue of land that South Africa is battling with. So, but you know, in terms of the radical economic transformation, she has probably spooked a bit of the markets, a bit of the investors as well, since this issue is a bit unsettling. It's a very sore issue. So the two literally are probably equally as capable, but just the differentiation between the two is just the manifesto and what they stand for.
Indeed. I would love to continue this conversation, but we are running out of time. Itumeleng Makgetla, thank you very much. He was there, of course, live in Johannesburg.